Ooh, cha. Ooh, cha. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, cha. Ooh, cha. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, cha. Ooh, cha. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Ooh, cha. Ooh, cha. Can anybody hear me? Ooh, cha. Live my best life. Can you hear me? My microphone wasn't working the last time. And I just want to make sure, because I seen you said I had no sound. And I just want to see if you can hear me. Ooh, cha. Ooh, cha. Thank you, living my best life. I ain't going back and forth. Hey, living my best life. Yeah, I'm glad that you can hear me. Ooh, cha. But I named this video, Ooh, cha. Why you ain't hitting panels, ho? It's too late to hide, ho. Okay. And the reason I'm saying that is because, you know, Gina loved to hit panels. She hit the panels, disrupt the panels, just cause all kind of chaos throughout the YouTube sphere over there in the Mo3 sector, Mo3 beef sector. But child, they dragging the hell out of her, and she ain't hitting no panels. Now, I was in the clouds earlier today because I was really busy, and I seen her in a chat, but I've only seen her in one chat. But see, I haven't really been on YouTube a whole lot because I have, you know, personal stuff to do today. Well, honey, she's still hiding out, and they asking for her all over the Mo3 beef sector, child. She got her ass in hot water, and I love it. She ain't even hitting the panels, child, to get bought off or anything. She's hiding out. She had that like she sat hiding from the police, y'all. You hear me, Emma Renee? Gina is not hitting no panels because she's totally embarrassed. Like Wu got embarrassed when she got her ass kicked on that video. That was from 13 years ago. Well, she's in that kind of situation. It ain't no ass kicking. It's her behavior and all of her dirty works. Well, a lot of her dirty works are coming out, child. And she's shame. Gina, you may as well hit the panel, hole. You've been hitting the panel. You've been calling people prostitutes. You've been telling people they ain't got no money. You be telling people they bottom of the barrel. You be telling people all of this and all of that. And you're a professional, that you have a career. You call people all of the above, honey. All your bullshit is coming out. And I'm eating every bit of it up. And I'm going to be up all night tonight. I'm going to be watching videos because I took a nap. Okay. And I'm going to be going around YouTube over in the Mo3 beef sector to see what they're saying on the different channels. And I want to see if Gina, are you going to pop out tonight? Because you didn't pop out today. Gina. I was in the clouds over there at Captain's. I seen you in the chat trying to plead your case. Why you didn't hit the panel and plead your case, Gina? You are an attention whore. You like all the attention. You want it all to be on you. Well, honey, I'm gonna get in my notes. I was gonna give people a couple of more minutes to get in here. Hey, Kitty Cadillac, to let y'all know what I seen today, honey. And I just seen some more bullshit a minute ago. And I said, let me go live and let my little crew know what I found out, child. Hey, Emrende. Hey, Yaya. How you doing, Yaya? Child, duck. You ain't the duck that I like, but I like you too, okay? But not like I like my other duck. Okay, duck? She a whole life, her whole life, right, right. It's a dirty play. She's filthy. She's nasty. You know, just ain't no good. Ain't no good for nothing. Child, they got pictures of her going around over there in the Mo 3 beef that I just seen. She's sitting in the tub naked with her legs wide open. She's standing up in her lingerie, standing up in the mirror, taking pictures of herself. I seen a picture of her over there at Captain's today. She was looking like an old, washed up, wrinkled hag. And she's standing up there in some red lingerie, a little fitted thing, like a little body thing, that snap between the legs. She's sitting up there and her face looked like wrinkled, just a wrinkled old woman, and titties hanging down. Gina, stuff like that is for you and your man. It ain't for the damn world to see how old and wrinkled you is. 90-year-old women wear lingerie, but you ain't seeing no pictures of them floating around because they're going to look like a 90-year-old woman. Fool. Lord Jesus. They talking about how her pussy been all over the internet, which we already know that. They saying that she put her daddy out. Now they saying that she moved this homeless man in with her, and that now the daddy don't live there no more. But honey, on that gossip train that was going on her ass today, they were saying that she had maxed out credit cards in her daddy's name and did a lot of other stuff. So one of her brothers came and got the daddy. She even stooped so low is that she sucked a nigga ding ding, the first night she met him, and gave him a key to the house so he wouldn't disturb the daddy when he came in and out the house after 10 o'clock. She's so pitiful that she let a nigga use her car, and he went to California, and she had to hitchhike a ride to California to go get her shit. Because the nigga said he wasn't bringing it back to her. You got to come get it. You hear me? But you so educated and you know so damn much, and you like to throw people stuff in their face, them little young girls over there. When you're young, you make mistakes. But you can do better. But this a old bitch in her 50s, and she buying ding ding. That come out today. And she not spending no $50 or no $20 for ding ding. Child, she's spending thousands for ding ding. You hear me? Now I'm a lot older than her, but I ain't buying no dick. And I ain't calling it no ding ding, because what I do, what I use is DICK. And I don't even have to buy that, and it's good. Bitch. And now she got that homeless man living with her, and she got to get the police to put him out. He ain't gonna leave there just willingly. She fried him some fish last week, and it looked like that fish had sit in grease for 3 days, and then she put it on his plate for him to eat. That fish looked like a car tire. It didn't have no bout on it or nothing. It was just a piece of ugly meat on a plate. And she had enough nerve to put it on YouTube. Child, she's pitiful. And he was eating that food. He was eating that fish like he had never ate no food before. Well, see, when you get a homeless ass man, that's what kind of, you can feed him anything. You can get him something out the goddamn garbage and feed them. Now, any food know when you fry fish, you got to get that grease hot. And see, I don't even eat fish, but I know how to cook it. Because my mother used to always have fish on Fridays, and whose job it was to do with me. And I know how to fry fish. I don't like to, but I know the damn grease had to be real hot. Honey, I guess she boiled that fish in grease. I don't know what she did to that damn fish. But she took a picture of it like it was supposed to be a gourmet. You know that stuff that Gordon Ramsay didn't cook. Because a lot of that stuff they cook don't look good. Well, honey, she is pitiful. And another thing I heard, before I came on, I swung by Lemons. And no, I was swung by Ivy. And he was playing something with Lemon. It was a panel of people. I don't know who live it was. But Lemon was copping a plea to Tracy for Ness. Ness, the way you was going after Tracy, even when y'all was cool and you was dragging her with that sly ass mouth you got, I hope Tracy don't make up with you. You ain't cool with nobody. I hope Tracy stay on that ass. Just because you give some heat out in the street, don't be trying to apologize now. When you should have been apologizing to Tracy is when you was talking at the side of your motherfucking neck. Don't be throwing in the white flag, badass, Miss Badass. Don't crumble. Look like you're crumbling, bitch. Ain't nobody gonna help you. Where your crew at? Where your fans at? Where your fans at? Looks like a lot of them are hiding now. They ain't making no lives. They ain't coming to your defense. The only place I see you guys hanging out is over there at Shaquem. And that bitch ain't coming out here fighting 88 for you. He ain't gonna do it. Honey, you just may as well get your boots on the ground. Okay? Or you gonna keep on going from pound to pound to pound so you could just talk about people? Well, child, I hope Tracy stay on your black ass because I'm going to stay on your black ass because I don't like you. I don't like you. And why you whining like a hoe and crying like a hoe? This the beef sector. Beef, bitch. You got girls from other sectors coming over here and they body slamming you all over the sector. And you're looking mighty weak. I was proud of you yesterday on Kimmy's. You did a good job fighting 88 and Judge Fifi. But honey, don't nobody feel sorry for you. The way you were sending Shaquem after me, I don't feel sorry for none of you hoes that sent that bitch after me. And I'm going to stay on his goddamn neck just like I'm staying on yours, ho. Yeah, Shaquem was hiding behind women, sending them at me. Tracy, did you know Ness want to call a truce with you? I hope that Tracy's in here. Tracy, after the way she treated you when you tried to be her supporter, as she was saying all those stupid sly shit, like you was dumb and didn't hear her, which you did hear her, because everybody else heard her. But see, she do that kind of dumb shit. But where your fans at? Where Brookdale? In Tracy, what are your fans at? Why they ain't out here cranking up lives, talking that bullshit in there? Why they ain't getting on the panels and stuff talking that bullshit in there? They say she wanted to call a truce me. I mean, it's a little late for that. after the way you treated Tracy. And Tracy was in your corner, even though you was doing that dumb shit. Seeing that slash shit out the side of your neck. The girl stayed in your corner until you overstepped the bounds, and she had to slap your ass a couple of times. She had to slap and kick you around. That's what you like. But Miss Badass, get out here in these streets and bang, baby. And I love watching you squirm. I love seeing you unsure of yourself. But you've always been unsure of yourself. The beef sector know it. It's just the new people that don't know it. That you're insecure. You're not happy with your life. And until you get that hate out your heart for everybody and jealousy, you're going to stay right there in the same. You're going to be in the same rut hole you've been in all your life. And you've had a lot of opportunities to crawl out the damn ditch. But you want to just lay there and just wallow in the mud. I wouldn't want to live like that. Just wallowing in the mud and talking about the people that's supposed to be cool with you. Saying slash shit out the side of your neck. But then you punk up when a person confronts you in your face. Or they drag you real bad on your lives. They drag you real bad. You like mistreatment. That's how you was raised. Like I said, your daddy said, you say he was a doctor. He didn't leave y'all with shit. Y'all didn't have shit before the man died. Y'all was living in squalor. And you had to get evicted out of squalor. That's how low you is. That's pitiful when you get evicted out of a squalor hole, a shack. That say a lot about you, bitch. And this is your real life. I'm not making up nothing on you. I'd be too ashamed to say my damn daddy was a doctor and he didn't leave me shit. Did he leave it to another family or something? But that's pitiful. He left you with nothing, not a car, not a damn roof. Y'all didn't get shit. Your mom still living in that same shack. That say a lot about you and her. It's the facts of your life, bitch. But you better than folks. You want to talk about folks, and you are an executive and live in a one-room apartment that used to be a motel. But you're an executive. Do you know how dumb that sounds when you say that kind of bullshit? That you're an executive, but you have to work on the weekend? Executive? Dumb bitch. You don't know how dumb you sound. Hey, born dog, you ain't nothing but a born dog. Howling all the time. Let me see who else came in here. Child. Say less. Like the men be telling the women to say less. Say lessness. Hey, the Beef Sector Podcast. Zion Movements. Dumb. Just ain't got good brains. Ain't got, just they scrambled up from the drugs and shit. Hey, meow. And Jada busted your ass all the way out. All that line that you've been doing to these new folks, like you ain't never been no rehab and all that kind of bullshit. On that strike that you tried to give her, you said that you was rehabilitating and that you were out of your mind and you were under the influence. And her calling you fat and shit like that, that might make you go back to doing whatever you was doing, which we know was dope and alcohol, and which we know you still doing it because you do it on live. You a dumbass bottom of the barrel, bitch. Hey, CB4 2OGLMG. Get green. She is pitiful. And trying to throw in the white flag, honey. Hey, lately, So you need to be trying to make up with 88 then before you trying to make up with Teresa, because Teresa ain't been on your neck. And you think she gonna fight for you? Is that why you trying to make up? Because you think Teresa gonna get out here and swing for you like she do the people she like? Bitch, please. You had somebody like you throw her away. You dumb whore. Okay. Hey, Black Pearl, talk that shit like you were talking before about Teresa. Tell her how you really feel. Hey, Kim B, stand in your shit, coward. Stand in your shit, Miss Badass. Love to drag. Stand in your shit. Every trick that you tried to pull have backfired on you this month. I'm gonna let you know this here. May is not your month, and April. Okay, on them 2 months, like before April and May come every year, you need to mend your fences. Get out there in that pasture and mend them fences. Cause all kind of people been on your head. Girl. And 88 them following your ass all over the beat sector. When you hit a pound, they hit a damn pound. Y'all 88 are coming up there first, and then here comes Judge Fifi. Both of them hit that goddamn pound. And they dragging the shit out of you. But you, like I said, you did me proud over there at Chemist. You was dragging both of them. But see, you ain't got no stamina. You got a weak back. You got weak legs. You got weak feet. You can't stand up under pressure, baby. Have they been over Shakim's yet? Have they been over there to Shakim's yet? Because I see you over there on time or two on his panel. And I wonder, will he allow 88 and Judge Fifi to hit his panel and disrespect your ass? I wonder, will Brooke let them hit her panel? I wonder, will Intrinsic let them hit her panel? Dory, I wonder if Dory. I believe they will. Because they know you ain't shit. They would just hang around you because they think they'll get a subscriber to redirect. You know what I'm saying? But honey, Brooke ain't even studying you. Brooke is doing her own thing. Brooke say, fuck this shit, I'm getting out of here. You hear me? Brooke said, fuck this shit, I'm getting out of here. Where your fans at? And y'all, Rodney say he ain't beef sector. Now you, Rodney, now why you go now you want to be beef sector, Rodney? Why you saying you ain't beef sector now? I'm disappointed. Because I was telling you, Rodney, if you think you beef sector, you beef sector. You know, I'm a supporter. But child, I didn't watch the video, but that's the talk out in here in these streets on YouTube. That Rodney did say he wasn't beef sector. My mouth is just wide open. Now I got to watch that live. I want to hear it come out of Rodney's mouth. But I was saying, look at this. Rodney, you was on vacation and then you come back and you say you wasn't beef sex, child. But y'all, she have been out here and she have swung for those guys before, and I don't understand what kind of relationship they got, but y'all King Judge Fifi and 88, they not King Kong, they just content creators. And you have to get out there and get it, or else they're gonna keep coming over here doing what they're doing. Get to know them. I ain't saying you got to kiss their ass or nothing like that, but if you're gonna move around, or if you're not gonna move around, you're gonna stay in the beef sector. If somebody come over here and messing with you, you got to fight them back. I don't care who it is and where they from. You know, it is what it is. You can't put your head in the sand because think about how many times people gonna come through here. But Ness, you were using people from other sectors on the beach sector. It just backfired on you this time. You've done it before. You used Shakim against me. And you used Shakim against other people. He's not beef sector. But I fight him back. You know, I slang that ass whenever I want to. Just like I do you, Ness. It's going to be the same, you know. Because I'm not going to be bullied. And it's going to be up and stuck just like it is. I drag y'all whenever I want to. But y'all drag me back. I don't care what damn. A drag is a drag. It go both ways. But I be down why you asking. I want to know why you asked and Tracy got Lemon to speak for you to Tracy. I don't get it. She the one, Tracy, Ness the one that gets up on Lemon panel and cuss Tracy out when she's in the chat modding. So you could think you could do that and then I don't want to fight no more. I'm sorry, you know. Nah. That's totally unacceptable, bitch. You don't like nobody. Hey, the heat wave. Hey, Joseph's point of view. Child, she done sent Lemon out here to be her spokesman on her behalf. Bitch, why come you can't get up on the panel and say, Tracy, I'm sorry. Because you a low-down raggedy hoe and you don't mean it. And don't send Lemon on no dummy mission no more. Because that's a good way to get him cussed out. For being in something that don't concern him. He don't say nothing when Ness up there showing her black ass cussing out everybody in the got your chat. Why come you trying to be the spokesman, Lemon? Tracy, your mod. Ness just a regular bitch that don't like you to get to do you any kind of dirty way that she want to. That bitch don't like you. She don't like you no more than she like nobody else. And she let you stay out here and get all that goddamn heat when it came from Vegas. She took herself on Never Never Land. And stayed gone. And when the dust settled in, she drug her black ass back out here. And I don't want to talk about Vegas. Let's talk about something new. Bitch, you the one blow Vegas up like it's supposed to be the greatest thing since the damn circus came to town. And y'all supposed to be doing all these wonderful, great things. And the billionaire, bitch, I told you a liar, just like Trish. The truth ain't in you. And y'all, they say Trish done changed the goddamn Belize thing. I don't know if she's going. She's not going. But I don't know why people let her use their panel to talk about that crazy shit. Because she's been hyping this fake ass YouTube studio, whatever she call that shit. And it's the same damn lie. But this one getting to go for years. She been talking about this one for years. The other ones, she would just do it once a year. But this lie, she keeping it. This one is going for years. This YouTube awards going to be the greatest thing on the world. The president going to be there, and you're going to have plenty of security, and they still buying into that bullshit. Lemon buying into that bullshit now. And they say Ness buying into it. It's a play. Trish ain't never left New York. How she gonna pull Believe off and she couldn't even pull New York off? It was supposed to be in December, January. Then it changed to Belize, now it changed back to New York. She's not a business lady. That bullshit that's in her head. For her to be a high echelon businesswoman, She sure don't know how to do business. She's just a black liar, just like this. Lie ain't no kind of truth in her. Now I didn't even come on here to do this here, but I'm not gonna do that no more. I'm not gonna talk about Ness and Trish. I ain't talking about them no more right now. I'm gonna get over here to this Mo3 sector and let y'all know what's been going on over there today. Cause honey, it's been on and popping. Okay. So I'm gonna go back. I think I need to start at the captains and work myself to to now. Okay. Because I want y'all to be able to keep up with what happened today only. Because I didn't let it get, too many days to pile up. So all this activity happened today. And I was trying to keep up with it, moving around and stuff. And okay. Now this morning, while I was getting ready to start my day, I had YouTube playing in the background, and I seen the captain was on. So, I'm getting ready and blase this and blase that, listening to what captain was talking about. And he was talking about that I wasn't there at the beginning, and he had the thing on that you can't read about it back. So I missed the beginning for about the first 30 minutes or so. Well, when I went into the lab, that OYB guy be talking about, he was up there. And OYB is a guy from the Mo3 beef sector. But, he a guy, he don't really make a lot of videos, but lately he's been active. And, I'm subscribed to a lot of people. Well, he's been coming up in my feed, and, I've been getting a kick out of his shorts and things like that. Because he catch me up on things that I might miss in the Mo3 beef sector or things that I missed in the past. I can catch up and figure out, oh, that's what happened. Well, the captain was live and OYB was up there and Texas 713. And they was discussing Gina. And I was saying, well, come to find out, a couple of months ago, it came up that she had gave him like $2,000 for his channel. And I think that's the craziest shit I ever heard in my life. But that's what you want to do with your money. It ain't none of my business. Well, I noticed that she was going live on the channel, but then she stopped. And then when I would see that channel go live, it would be a man on there. It wouldn't be Gina. And I was saying, damn, he done got $2,000 for her and then took the channel from her already. And this happened like within 30 days. And that's a bit much, $2,000. And then you only got the channel in 30 days. Well, I didn't say nothing about that. I would see a little bit out in the streets and the chats and stuff. But I never was getting a concrete answer. Well, child, come to find out. Now, this is what was said over at the Capitals this morning. I shared him out too. You can get him on my community wall. Well, come to find out, they had a conversation. Well, one thing I noticed, that him and her had got cool. They would go to the casino and this and that, okay? And she was just saying, nah, we just friends, we cool. Well, okay, get to the day. Honey, OBB was up there on that panel, and he said that she asked him how much would it cost for her to be hold administrative rights on his channel. Like the big mod, I guess. I don't know. Well, some kind of way they came up with the price of $2,000. Well, him and her met up, and they went to a casino, and they met a man there. And the man gave Gina the $2,000. And therefore, Gina gave him the $2,000. That was to have admin rights. Okay, she was happy as a free lark. Well, then she was texting and calling him, a lot, and was saying, well, we may as well FUCK, because everybody think we are anyway. And he was saying, no, we just cool and stuff. And he said that she'd say, well, we may as well. And like, how much would you charge me to get some? I was saying, what? Well, some kind of way the money got mixed up with the admin, right? And the effing, prostitution, like paying a man for some sex. Well, the first time he went to her house, she gave him head. And when he got ready to leave, she gave him a key to her house and told him, you can have this key. So if you come over here like after 10 o'clock, you don't, won't disturb my dad and stuff like that. You can just come on in and come on back to my room. And I was saying, damn, I can't believe that girl. Now, how you get to be 50 and you doing dumbass shit like that? She sucked that man down and gave him the key the same night to come in and out her damn house. Well, then she started texting and calling him and saying, why come you ain't calling me? And this and that. And I want to F you and this and that. And then she was asking him, child, how much would it cost? And he was saying, I don't know how much it costs. I don't even sell stuff. I ain't never sold my body. I don't know how much it costs when people do that. And she asked him, would $1,000 get him? Would that be enough? And he was like, hell yeah. She told him to come on over there come on right now. I got $1,000 for you. And he went over there and he got that money and he laid up with her. She was wanting to take a shower. I guess she wanted to show YouTube, but I don't know what it was. But she was wanting him to take a shower and he said, oh, hell no. He said, I ain't doing that. And he said, her box ain't bad. But I was speechless. $1,000. And he gave her some 3 times. So I guess it was $1,000 a time. And some kind of way ad and shit got mixed up in it. And I don't know if whatever happened. He said it was like $3,000 for three times. And then she didn't have the admin right. Do y'all hear me? Now I didn't know women had this out here in these streets. $1,000 for some time. Gina, you in your 50, you ain't got no ex that could rock your boat. Everybody got an ex. And you was giving that man, you gave that man $3,000. And you ain't had none of the memory, girl. Then she texted him another time and she asked him for some thick cane. You know what that is? Coca-Cola, that other stuff, that white stuff. She asked him for something so she could clean her nasty house up. All right, you talk about big baby. That girl is in her early 20s. She was a prostitute. She's not anymore. She said she ain't gonna do that shit no more because she got a son to raise. And I bro. Good. But you talked about that child. You called her every kind of thing in the book. And your kids are older than her. And you called her all out of her name. You have said the worst things to her and other ladies over there other night. And you was doing the same thing. And she was doing all them videos saying that she was at the motels and stuff like that when she got her income tax. She was down there selling her box. Come to find out. You were doing the same thing that 20-some-year-old. But you 50. They got grown kids. She's just a little young girl and she got a child. But since she been, had her baby and stuff, she don't do that no more. That's in her past. That's why they call it past. But Gina, this is your future. You still doing this. You've always done the things that you're saying. Talk about people doing, you've always done them. But I knew that even after I found out you got busted with that heroin back in the day. I knew you was an addict. And you didn't have the amount of that you said you had. You had like enough for a user. Like if you get arrested, you have to wind up going to rehab or something like that if you ain't never been in no trouble. That's the kind of choice she had. But she was talking like she had pounds of that shit. Girl, you will not be on the street. It's certain things that if you have a certain amount of it, your life is over if you ain't got no money for no lawyer. And you ain't got it like that. Because you showing how you act when you have money. You throw it away on frivolous stuff like DICK. So if you're doing that shit today, you was doing worse back then when you was on that shit. But I believe you're still on it. You can't make me believe no different. Because you lost your job because of a drug test. And she's so dumb because everybody knows she didn't get on unemployment. But see, she's so dumb and try to be friends with everybody. She be sending people her information. She think they cool and like her like that. She does people her damn denial letter from the unemployment place. She sends people the bullets to shoot her with. She sent people her box that didn't ask for it. She do all these things. But then she want to talk about everybody else on you. And you doing it. You doing the same thing and worse. And OYB said that when the first time he went to her house, he had some weed. And she didn't smoke. Well, see, when she first came, when I first started knowing she was smoking weed. Then she say she quit. She was going to start taking drug tests and all that kind of stuff. I guess job related. And so she had stopped. But to me, she might have stopped for 2 or 3 weeks before her and OYB hooked up. And when they hooked up, like he smoked, because it's legal there. A lot of people smoke. Well, he had some. He took it over there and asked, "Did you want to smoke some?" And she was saying, "No, I don't do that no more, and I don't drink." Honey, by the time that he got through running up in her booty, she was drinking, smoking, and doing that white stuff. She's an addict. And y'all, and like I said, she's showing them pictures in that lingerie. The captain had them up on his screen. Nurse K, because her and Nurse K into it. She had them up on her screen, and Nurse K, the one, had her sitting in the tub with her legs wide open. But you couldn't see her cootie because her belly was hanging. So it looked like she didn't have no clothes on. And she think that's sexy. Child. And like I said, a woman that age, if a man want a picture of a woman, he would choose a younger woman that he don't know, not no older woman like me. Well, I don't take pictures like that for no nigga. You gonna have to remember how I looked in my lingerie when I was walking around taking out puke with my old self. You know what I'm saying? But if a man would prefer a picture, because they are visual creatures, they would want a picture of a woman with, a younger body and stuff, I would assume. Because I would want a man, if I wanted, was off in the pictures of guys, I would want a hard young body, a picture of a young man. Not no picture of no old man, no man my age, gray-headed and belly hanging over his briefs and child, you know what I'm saying? That's me. I would prefer a younger man to look at candy. But honey, she thinking she looking good and sending all these men her pictures and sending the women that she cool with. She's sending them the pictures. Yeah, this is what I had on, and this how I look. How this pose look? Is that the stupidest thing? You giving people all kind of bullets to shoot at you forever, as long as you on YouTube, dummy. Oh, Lord have mercy. Well, Nurse K, Gina had been throwing her name around on YouTube. And it's been for weeks, as she say, because people been sending her receipts, like screenshots, like texts and stuff like that. And so she showed some stuff on her channel tonight. She showed her in that lingerie, and then she showed her receipts that she got. And on the captain's one, it came up about Gina was supposed to have been pregnant by OYB. And it also came out that Nurse K was supposed to allegedly had got pregnant by OYB. And I was saying, what? Well, hell, Gina, you 50 some years old. You look like a fool if you did get pregnant, but you know you can't because you got your tubes tied in your 30s, fool. You can't remember. But honey, she told OIB she was pregnant in her tubes, and now she's saying that she had the baby. Bitch, when you have a baby, you are ridiculous. And she was wanting OIB to do storylines with her, like the plays and all of that. And he was saying, no, I don't want no parts of that. And Nurse K said on her live that she was trying to tell OIB, be careful of how you talk to her, and don't let her have too much access to you because it's gonna be on YouTube. Well, now the shit on YouTube. Because she was saying stuff, her and Asia got into it, and Asia was dropping receipts about her saying she was pregnant by him, her saying this and that. And so when Asia started dropping receipts, Nurse K name was in some of them receipts. So that's why Nurse K done went live, came out and went live. But let me tell you this here, Nurse K said that the people that she used to mess with, she said she got recordings of y'all conversations, that it was things said and done, texts and recordings and phone conversation, 3-way and 4-way calls with groups of people. And she said, if y'all don't call Gina ass off, and if y'all don't lay off of her ass, then she's going to release some shit to y'all ops that'll get y'all ass put in prison. Now, that's what she said. That's what she said. That's what she said, y'all. She was saying that she had some shit that'll get people locked up. Or the dirty, low-down tricks that people have been doing on here. Emmanuel, I know I'm still sexy, but I'm just saying that for my boo and stuff. I can't be. Now look, I ain't finna be taking no picture in no lingerie. I ain't gonna take no picture in no nightgown and send it to nobody on here. Cause I'm gonna be looking like a woman my age. My stuff ain't gonna stand like it did 20 and 30 years ago. I'm gonna look like a seasoned woman. My breasts ain't gonna look like them little young girl in my lingerie. Now my big old booty gonna look like that because I got a big old booty, but my titties is little. They little bitty. But that big old badonkadonk donk I got back here. Okay, now I put one of them pictures up on there. Put that booty up on that screen. Now you see what I'm saying? 3,000 degrees. That's hot. Woo, that's hot. 3,000. Emmanuel, I put this big old donk. If I sit next to somebody now, oh child, that'll break the internet, child. Hey, Black Pepper. But Nurse K said if they don't get her back off of her, then she gonna blow the shit out the water. And she said she gonna let all the dirty tricks and shit that been being done behind stage. She gonna put that shit out here on YouTube, y'all. It's a damn mess. Okay? But let me read you the notes that I wrote regarding Captain Live and Nurse K Live. So you can hear what was said, child. Okay, let me get it. All righty. Let me go back to Captain. Okay, now the Captain, when he was live, after he left, after his live went off, he said that anybody could play his lives and all of that. He put the bell out for the YouTube over in the Mo3B section. Well, Big Baby, she had been on the panel, and of course I went over there because she was gonna do a reenactment on it. So the Captain, I think Meek had dropped in the chat and he kicked her out of the chat. And so Big Baby was up there, Texas 713, Candy, Asia, OYB, Mahia hit his panel, and T-Topic. Okay, now what he was talking about, let me go there. So I can tell you how my day went on YouTube. Wait a minute. This damn note thing. Wait a minute. Okay, Now, when I went in the lab, it had been on for a while. Hold on just a minute. What? Yeah, and a spoon. Well, hey, hey, sweetie. Um, my granddaughters just came in. Well, the captain had on the screen. These receipts were dated from April the 7th. Cash apps. On April 7th, Gina sent OYB $800. And she sent him two cash apps for $100 apiece. So that is $1,000. Uh, he said that Gina had hit him up, to get the administration rights on his channel. And she said that she would pay him $2,000. And then she told him that they may as well F because everybody already think they're doing it. They think they effing. And he said he don't F for free. And she wanted to know how much he would charge her. And, he was like, I don't know how, I don't sell that. And I don't know how, I don't know how to put a price on that. And then she was asking him, would $1,000 be enough? And she wanted him to, like to come over there. She would pay him to have SEX, and she would pay him like to do a shower scene. And he said no to the shower scene. He said that in person that Gina's a really cool person. He wasn't looking for no relationship like that because he got a woman. But he said that she real cool, sweet lady to kick it with, to smoke with and go to the casino because, both of them like the casino and things like that. Wait a minute. And he said that, like, one of the days he went over to her house, that they went to the casino and they met some man. And the man gave her $2,000 and she gave him the $2,000. And Gina, how dare you get that man money and give it to another man in less than 5 minutes? You are a trick. You hear me? And it's all in capital letters. TRICK. Because I'd be damned if I get some money from a man and give it to another one. That's ass backwards. I know it's something that you want on this earth that's cost $2,000. Why you didn't treat yourself? The money went from that man's hand, to your hand, to OYB hand. I ain't never seen no dumb shit like that before in my life. Okay. And then he did say that, she was asking him because he, I guess they hadn't talked for a couple of days, and she was wanting to know why come he wasn't calling her. Why come he wasn't returning her call? This and that. And then she was saying, I got $1,000 so if you would come over here and give me some. Well, he jumped in this damn shit and he went over there. I guess that's the day when she was sent $800 and then sent $100 to him, child. I ain't never seen no shit like this before in my life. And then the captain showed a picture of her standing up in some red lingerie, and her face, it was wrinkled up like a witch. Now, her body wasn't wrinkled, but her face, that part of her face that she put in it, from her nose down, wrinkled. You should have put it up to your neck down. You shouldn't show no parts of that damn horse-ass face you got. Well, that'll turn a man's stomach. Okay, and then on that, captain was started asking OYB about Nurse K, because it have been rumbles. Nurse K name be bringing out in the streets because it brings in the beef sector sometime, and it brings over there in the Mo3 beef sector because she has her own storylines going on. Well, he was asking straight, OYB, have you ever had SEX with Nurse K? And he said, I ain't gonna answer that. And he also asked him, have you ever gotten her pregnant? He said, I ain't talking about that either. He was like that. Then later on the night, Nurse K put their receipt out of Gina and him talking about Nurse K being pregnant by him before. And I was saying, what? And so Asia, now that's who popped this all off. Asia and Gina have been into it. Gina have been dragging Asia like over a week And Asia been getting her back, but she ain't been like stomping her head in like she's been doing for the last 24 hours. And when Asia did a live yesterday and the day before, she was showing receipts between OYB and Gina. And that's why OYB went on the captors because he said, I don't even know why would Asia have anything that I ever sent Gina? And that's when he started busting Gina out on captors this morning. That's why he came out with the stuff that he come out with. Because Asia, she was telling Asia that he was crazy about her and they messing around. She was making him be more than what it was, a booty call. $1,000 lick booty call. And so Aisha just been spraying with everything. She told her about her daddy, her getting credit cards in her daddy's name, maxing all them credit cards out, running her ass to the casino, putting that money in the casino, spending the monies at hotels, selling Uzi, Candy let it all hang out, child. Because Gina wouldn't leave her alone. And that's why Candy Asia been putting all that stuff out on Gina. And then therefore that bought OYB out. And therefore that bought Nurse K out. See, different people getting bought out that are that call themselves cool in the background. Well, Nurse K, when she went out tonight, she said, ain't none of us cool with each other. But she said she was not going to be the fall guy again to protect other people. And if they don't get Gina straight, then she's going to release recordings of whatever activity they was doing that's illegal on the phones, the illegal stuff they been texting back and forth, all that kind of shit. And Nurse K said ain't gonna be no old stuff. Bye-bye. Love you. There's not gonna be old stuff that she show. All of her stuff is gonna be new stuff that the people on YouTube have not seen. And she don't care who head rolled. And I was saying, what? Illegal, jail, prison. I was doing all of that. Nurse K also said on her live that Gina said that Sean G asked Gina when he get out of prison, can he parole to her in Vegas? Now, Mink, I wonder, did you know that Gina said that Sean G want to be coming with her in Vegas? Child, see that's that kind of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be my dog, but you and my man talking about him coming to See, I ain't got time for that kind of shit. And she say ain't none of them cool with each other. She say they all talk about each other behind each other back. And OYB said that he got a woman, and he said that ever since that he messed with Gina, he ain't been able to touch her. And I don't know if it's in his mind, that he guilty or what. And he said that he used condoms with Gina on twice that they had sex. But he said on the third time that she took it off of him. And they had, skin sex. Oh, these niggas will disappoint you every time. You call yourself being straight with them, in love with them, trying to be a better person, trying to build them up. And they go out there and do that with a scallywag. You see what I'm saying? You have to kind of protect your heart. Don't give a person. Keep some of yourself for yourself. Don't give a person all of your heart. Because, see, that's how you get let down. Because that woman don't know none of this going on. He had even been driving his lady's car to her house. So Gina know what kind of car the woman got and all that kind of see stuff like that. I don't like that. And I don't know OYB, and I ain't got no problem with him or anything, but I look at you a whole different now. You say you've been with your lady friend for a year. And you got to, for you, since you can't perform with her anymore, I think the only thing that's gonna make you able to perform with that lady is you got to come clean, no matter how bad it hurt. Because say Gina know what kind of car the woman drive. Dirty as these people is in life, dude, you done got caught slipping. Was that 3,000? Was it worth you possibly losing your woman in the future? Okay. Wait a minute. And then like Gina, I looked in the chat and Gina was in the chat. She was going ham. And she was saying, start talking about OYB daughter. And you see how dirty that is? What his child got to do anything about with this? But they say, I seen that with my own eyes. That she was dragging his daughter because he was talking about that up there too. Okay. And then Big Baby, she was up there and she was saying, send me the receipts and this and that. And when Captain got ready to go out, OYB said, I'm going to send all my stuff to, I'm going to send my receipts to Big Baby and she can release them on her live. And I was saying, what? Okay. And Big Baby started teasing OYB, saying that she wasn't the only one that sold ass. Me and they sell ass too. And she said she want these people in the Mo3 beef sector, the way they drag her for when she was, doing the sex, selling sex. She want to know how are they gonna drag him? She said, cause he doing the same thing. Just cause he a man, that don't make no difference. Still selling sex. And she said she want to see what they gonna do. She want him to get drugged too for selling ass. Okay. So then I left there because Captain went out because he had something to do. But he had been on about 2 hours. And then I left. I had to, step out. So then once I got out and was moving around, about my day, I went to her live. And she did not, she started talking about OYB and Gina, but Big Baby then started talking about other stuff because other stuff have been going on. Like since she been live the last time the live got released of Wu getting beat up, she started talking about that. She started talking about Jade. Her and her new man had an altercation over there 357 the other night. And Big Baby said it sounded like Jade and him was having like physical altercation. Now I'm not gonna say yay and I'm not gonna say nay, but Big Baby was saying that Jade talk all that shit about people out here in the street, but she got her new man and her new man is popping her upside her head. Okay. And then she talked about Wu, and then she was calling her big Bill Cosby. That's who she say she looked like. To me, she look like Jay-Z. I call her Jay-Z. But when she look at her, she do look like Bill Cosby, but I think she look more like Jay-Z. And she was laughing about her getting her ass whooped. And then when she was playing it, because you could see it over there on Big Babies too. The woman she got beat out of her pants. She had a thong on. And Big Baby was hollering, get up, fight, Woo. And it's so funny to listen to Big Baby because, see, she hadn't seen it until the day. Somebody sent it to her. And she was saying, man, I almost be bad about Woo getting beat up and this and that. She was screaming and trying to get trying to get Woo to fight back. She said, Woo, you didn't even get a lick in. And she was just going on and on and on. And I was laughing. Okay. And she was saying, that song that James Brown had out. Get up, get on up. Get up, get on up. That's how she was saying it. She was saying, Woo, get up, Woo. Like James Brown say, get up, get on up. Oh Lord. And like I said, if you haven't seen it, you can go over there and you can see, you can see Woo getting her ass whooped over there on Big Baby Channel. Okay, now then I moved around, had to do some more stuff throughout my day, and I came back online. And when I came back online, I noticed that 357 was live. I was late getting in there. The people that I seen on the live was Big Baby, Room Shaker, Candace, Asia, and they was up there. They were dragging the hell out of Gina. Okay, I mean they were dragging her from her rooter to her tutor. 357 called her Ussy, an ashtray Ussy, and he was asking OYB, did she smell like cigarette and coffee? He was there saying all kind of stuff. And then that's where it came out about the C Kane, that white stuff. That's when I found out that that she had asked OYB to give her some so she could clean her nasty house up. And like I said, like when he first met her, that she wasn't doing the weed and the drinking and stuff, but after they had their rendezvous for a couple of weeks, she was doing all the above. And then, she met that other homeless man and she'd have moved him in her dad's house. And come find out she had been getting charge cards in her dad's name, maxing them out. And her brother, he's with the brother now. Now, Gina, see, you doing really bad because, you have been had your daddy with you all this time. Now, all of a sudden, you done fell off like that. Financially, you ain't got no job no more. You getting high. You selling cootie. Your daddy don't live there no more. Everything in your life has changed in a matter of 6 months. I mean, everything. And you need to look around, look at yourself, because something is wrong. And Swedish Brown was asking Broadway, do you think she's having a midlife crisis? I don't know what you call it. I think she's been a fool all of her life. She'll straighten up for a while. You know how your parents have so much faith in you. You'll straighten up and then, straighten up like my mama say, straighten up and fly right. You'll do that for so long. And then you'll be sneaking and doing shit and then it all explode. That's all that happened with Gina. She was trying to be good, got her a job, because the job she lost, she had been on it like 2 years. And for somebody in their 50, that's not a long time to be on the job because you ought to be established by then. You ought to find out what kind of job you like and had some longevity on a job when you in your 50s. Because see, you're looking at your 60s when you get to retire. But your ass going from two-year job to 2-year job to 2-year job. Your time ticking, baby. You should have been on the job a good 15 years by now. To see when you on drugs or alcohol, when they let it control you, or let your lifestyle that you like to kick it all night, every night, and you can't get them to go to work the next day, something got to give. And you've been doing the same. You've been going down that same road all your life, and you in your 50s. If you ain't got it by now, you ain't gonna never get it. Okay. Another thing she been doing over there in the more 3B sector today is lying like she at work. She ain't in no work. That ain't why she ain't hitting no panels. She ain't hitting no panels because her truth is slapping her in her face in these last couple of days on YouTube. Well, actually, the last few months, her life has been unmanageable. And now she done put that homeless man up and staying over there doing all that stupid stuff on YouTube, letting him put twicklers up her booty and her sucking honey off his toes. That is, girl, you don't even know that man, but you lying like you've been on him a year. That was a man you picked up when you was staying in the motels. And you seen him by the elevator and went from there. And now he all up in your house. And Broadway say, don't you bring your ass on here and be crying and asking him to help get that nigga out. Because he can't help you. So you better be trying to find somebody in Vegas that'll be able to try to maybe put him out. But you gonna have to evict that nigga. He ain't gonna leave on his own. You gonna have to evict him. And then they say she was pointing her car off. You know, like to men, she was letting them use her car. Like they pay her or whatever, and she would let them use her car. And then she was renting cars for different guys in her name. And I guess they was giving her a little chump change. But Gina, how are you gonna be doing that kind of stuff? That is so stupid. What if they don't take the car back? What if they wreck the car? That's gonna be on you, sweetheart. You are making juvenile decisions. You're stupid. Okay? And like I said, somebody in their 50s, that's shit the kids do in their 20s. My grandkids in their 20s, they ain't doing that dumb shit. At least I don't know about them doing it. And Broadway told, because OYB was in the chat, and his live, I left his live and started moving around. I didn't stay at Broadway's for about 40 minutes and made some quick notes, and then I heard some stuff was going on YouTube with concerning Nurse P, Jackie, Chanel, and so I had to get out there and get that little information I could get, and so I came live to let you guys know what's going on. Well, he asked OYB how high did he have to get to F a horse ussy. He was calling Gina ussy a horse ussy. And he was asking him how high did he have to be to F a pork shoulder. Like put his thing in a pork shoulder, and he was saying that's what Gina thing was like. I was hollering, y'all. And then that's where I found out that she had sucked OYB thing the first time he met her was at Broadway's. And then that she gave him the key to the house that same night and all that kind of bullshit. Okay. Well, wow. He was live. It was like, you know how people be putting stuff in the chat when some shit going on somewhere else in a live? Well, people started putting things in the chat, and Broadway was getting little snippets of it. Well, Room Shaker was in the chat, and she hit the panel. And she gave him a brief of what was going on in the YouTube streets. She said that Nurse K was live, and she was spilling her guts about if y'all don't put a muzzle on Gina, I'm going to tell everything I know, and I don't care who it affect, and I don't care who it hurt. You know, she let us know that. She also said that Chanel had been dragging Jackie. And see, I didn't know that, but yeah, you know, Jackie, you know, Chanel been after Jackie for some reason. Okay, she said something about that. And she said something about Nurse K. And Room Shaker said she had to get off the panel because she was in, you know, listening to 3 lives at one time. That it was 3 different lives going, and they was all discussing different issues they were having with each other. And so when Room Shaker did that little thing, I hit the highway and I went over to wait a minute. I went over to Jack. No, I looked around first and I seen MHB had Jackie name in his live. I didn't go over there. I looked around and I seen Jackie had did a live. I'm saying, let me go over here and see what Jackie talking about. And this is what Jackie was saying. She was telling Chanel and others that they was unfit mothers. And she was saying, why they worried about her? You know, y'all need to worry about your own shit. And she was calling them dope heads and all that kind of stuff, dope head bitches. And she was saying, you know, I guess she was talking to Chanel. She was saying, girl, ain't you got a new baby to look after? And you want to, you know, she want to know why Gigi is saying that she stole her income taxes. And I was saying, what? And she said she didn't do GG taxes, and she said she didn't do your husband taxes. And so she want to know what the hell you talking about, you know? And she said that, wait a minute. And she said that, I guess she heard that Chanel was going to be releasing some recordings of her. And she said she didn't give a F. If you got some recordings, release them. It ain't going to change nothing in her life. Heck away with you. She said she don't give a damn what y'all got. Release it. Okay? And she said that was all the attention that they was going to get from her. And she said she was getting ready to get the hell off of here and go, cook for her kids. And I don't blame her. If you don't want to drag, don't drag. But I guess she did that little short live. It was like a 20-minute live. She was letting people know, I know what's going on. Y'all ain't got to be telling me shit. They can do what they got to do. But they ought to have something better to do than mess with me. That's what she was saying in other words. Okay. Then I left Jackie's and wait a minute. Because I went. Okay. I left Jackie's and I went by Nurse K. And Nurse K said if they don't put a muzzle on Gina, that she was going to release messages regarding, the players and the kind of plays they be trying to do. She was going to release information on all of that. And she said the stuff she got is brand new. It ain't no old shit that have been recycled over and over. Like some of these storylines get recycled over and over. They act like they shocked when they come back out. But hell, yeah, we seen that shit 6 months ago. She said all the stuff she got is new. And then she talked about Gina renting cars for niggas. And she said that MFers can get Fed charges for the shit that they doing on here. And they said they snakes. And she said they be on 3-way and 4-way phone calls doing all kind of wrong shit. She also drug Jazz Longway because they had been into it. And Jazz Longway had left YouTube. Well, left where you couldn't see her on YouTube anymore. And see, she done came back out. Well, she said that that Jazz Longway used to beg her for like $6. And she was saying that she was selling her food stamps. And she said she done ran you off of YouTube before Jazz Longway, and don't make her do it again because she said she will do it. And she said you trying to say that she gave a nigga $500. She said when your ass the one gave a nigga $500, y'all sure be giving people these goddamn $100. I can't even get a $10 damn cash app. And y'all cashing these million out 500 and 1,000 wow and 800 and then 2 100s in one day. Damn, bitches. And she said that y'all keep effing with her, she gonna give your ops the information that they need to get all of y'all locked up. Now, who all of y'all are, I don't know. She said because y'all dirty. And she said she got screen recordings and, DMs, all that kind of stuff for y'all. What y'all be plotting and shit, whoever y'all is, what y'all be plotting to do on different people on YouTube. She got the shit. She said she done changed her phone number. She don't want to be bothered with y'all, whoever y'all is. But she said if y'all keep it up, and if you don't get Gina under control, she gonna put that shit out there. Okay? She said that Gina tell everybody business, including her own, that she can't hold water. Like if she started texting me and we started texting each other, she'll release information on all the people that she came with. But then she'll go back and tell them what me and her talked about. And, just a busybody. I know people like that. I don't fool with people like that. Especially if I know you like that. She said that she got recordings out of this world. Okay. And she said she will put that shit out and, you know, in your face. She said she ain't gonna do it behind your back. That I'm telling y'all what I'm gonna do. And if y'all don't leave me alone, I ain't gonna do it behind your back. I'm gonna put this shit out myself on here. No. And then it was people from different camps was in the chat and they was like trying to cop pleas and stuff. And I was saying, what? Are you talking about me? And all that kind of stuff, chat. And again, she changed her number. And she said this shit that Gina is not only telling Sean G business, she telling other people business. And she's insinuated like Gina like Sean. Now I don't know because sometimes people be like that, they call themselves cool with you, but they like the man you like. Cause see, that's how come her not on my watch. They bumped heads because Gina was like in DG, but DG like other people. And she wasn't getting in her head, and he had denounced her and put her out of the flawless game. And then she went back over there on his panel because I've seen her live and she can't lie her way out of it. She was asking to get back in the flawless world. And Donald Goins said it wasn't up to him, that it was up to the ladies of flawless world. And he said that they all wasn't in the chat that night. And he said he'd have to talk it over with his crew. And when he did talk it over with them, they said, hell no. And then she been mad ever since at DG, and she be dragging him and stuff. You know, that's all that's wrong with her. He didn't take her back over there because he didn't want to lose his women or his supporters that have been there with him for years. He didn't want to lose them over Gina. And I don't blame him. You know, because she done spent her money on DICK, so that's $3,000 he can't get. She ain't got no job, so it ain't like she can send him something weekly or whenever she get paid. And around here they say you got to pay what you weigh. You know, that's the way a lot of the business on YouTube is. And then that's when Nurse T started showing them pictures of her being in the tub naked. But like I said, you can't see her hoo-ha because her belly hanging. But she is sitting in the tub with her legs open. And then she took pictures like in the mirror, showing her different poses, standing in the mirror. Where you can see the tattoo on her booty, that kind of stuff. Okay. Let me see what else I see. That's all that, that was the last place I went. And then, like I said, Nurse K said, like I said, she said they act like they kind of like each other in public. She said, but they don't know. None of them really get in along with each other. And plus, you can only have so many friends. That's including in real life. You can't be no cool with everybody. And then like some of your friends ain't gonna like the other friend. They might like you, but they clash. Cause like my good girlfriends, they don't really fool with each other. They be around each other when it's concerning me. But like as far as when they leave and go out moving around, they ain't studying each other. But sometimes we do happen to be in the same environment and they be nice to each other. But they don't, it ain't like they ain't friends, they they don't feel each other like that. And I really hate that sometimes, but I can understand it because some of the people that they like, I don't care for at all. I have nothing in common with them. If I don't never see them again, that's too soon. So I can understand their points too. And you could imagine with these strangers on YouTube, how they be always, you my boo and you my friend, and they ain't nothing to each other. They don't know each other. Okay, now this is the last thing I'm going to talk about. This like in the real world. You know that SpaceX, you know that they be doing them like shuttles, like breaking the Earth barrier, you know, to going in out of space. Well, they shot one of them damn things off today. The thing didn't do what it's supposed to do. You know, it wasn't supposed it did everything except what it's supposed to do. Like go straight up and go wherever it's going to go. Different parts fall off of it and then keep moving. Well, the shit didn't work. And the thing is up there out of control in the outer space. And they say the last time they did one of these launches with the thing that went out of control, they said that the parts that fell off of the thing before the last time, that it was like the airplanes that you go fly from Missouri to New York on, it was danger of them planes getting hit with debris from them things. And I did not know that till today. Now they got another one of them damn things up there that's out of control. Ain't no telling what kind of debris is gonna fall. And so they made the air traffic, the air traffic controllers aware of this. Well, hell, how they not no astronauts. They just see where the planes fly. They ain't got no control out of other stuff falling from up higher than them planes. That ain't the kind of technology that airport got. Now, see, that's that bullshit, ain't it? That's that bullshit. And then this SpaceX thing, that's the thing that Gail them went up in the air with. You know, I told you guys about that last month. Gail and different singers and stuff. They went up in there one of them things when they say they went out of space. Now, what if the damn thing they was on would have went out of control and been still up there rolling around up in the sky? And you know, I told you guys about the one that the Soviet Union had that had been up there like 30 years or 40 years. It finally came down and hit the Indian Ocean. Well, there's another one of them motherfuckers up there right now that I know about. It's up there out of control. When it land, I don't know when it will land. But ain't that shit? So I just wanted to let y'all know that that's what I found out about the little space stuff that happened today. And that SpaceX, that's not like NASA or anything like that. You know, because like I said, the Soviet Union had that's they NASA. You know, they had their NASA over there. Well, they had that thing they put up there all them years ago, like in the 70s, that's been floating around and it finally landed last month. Well, now it's other people that's a private that are shooting shit up in the air that ain't got nothing to do with NASA. And then SpaceX, that's one of them companies. So I guess they letting anybody just shoot rockets that's got money to make them. I guess anybody can shoot shit up there in the air. I wonder how many other countries are doing that shit. And how many other countries got shit floating around up there or tumbling, because they say this thing is out of control. It's tumbling out. You know, they shot it off this morning. But ever since it shot off, it's been out of control in the sky. That's all I got for y'all. Let me make sure I spoke to everybody before I get up out of here, child. You hear me? Hey, Room Shaker. Room Shaker, you gave that little what you said on Broadways, honey. I got the hell out of there and I went looking around to see what I could see. And I seen some shit, and that's why I went live and let them know. But I did give you a shout out because you got up there and told Broadway kind of what was going on real fast. And you said you had to get the hell up off of there because you was listening to 3 Lives, child. And when you said that, when you left, I left, child. I exited the same exit door that you did. Hey, blah, blah, gossip. Yeah, honey. But Nurse K says she gonna tell it all if they don't get Gina under control, child. Jay Parrish, you hear me? Lady Sparkle. Lady Sparkle, you been good. Lady Sparkle. You and Dimple, y'all don't never be good. But I'm gonna get up back out here and move around these streets. But honey, I just only had to come on here. I was gave an hour and a half. I just wanted to come on here and give you the commentary on the things the little brief stuff I got to hear today. Because like I said, I was so busy today. Tomorrow I won't, I ain't got nothing to do, so I'll get to relax and watch YouTube. And plus, I got some stuff I got to catch up on. Some stuff that I missed, but I've heard a little bit about, and I'm gonna be moving around like that tonight. And probably early tomorrow, unless something really pop off. But I just want to come on here and give y'all a heads up. And if you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel. Okay. Ooh, child. Gina, you is a weak ass hoe. Giving all your money out for nothing. Just pitiful. You ought to have more sense than that in your 50s. Ooh, child. And that's why you got lemon out here trying to talk to Tracy for you. Quit being a punk ass coward. You call Tracy a hoe. And I'm going to stay on your head, bitch. Ooh, child. Y'all don't help Ness. Let that hoe fight for her own. Let her fans fight her. Ness, where your fans at? Where your fans at? You need to put your boots on the ground. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.